analyze this ya. Misalnya you go to a party and then you say, hey, why don't we catch up other time? Gitu kan. Your catch up will be usually 30 minutes to 1 hour gitu kan. And actually if you think about it ya, this 1 hour is the only hour they will get to know about you gitu. Jadi it's like super important. Somehow the 1 hour itu bakal kerasa panjang banget. Kayak it's so long gitu. What should I talk about gitu kan? So I think I will one of the benefits of my job dengan ngobrol banyak orang adalah I start learning how to start a conversation. Sampai kadang-kadang kalau lagi di Grab share gitu random juga, I realize easy juga ya mulai conversation. So it's a matter of practice sebenarnya. Maybe I will just go through it ya satu persatu. Ada beberapa prinsipal yang I think important. Nomor satu adalah you need to make people feel important. This is if you read kayak How to Influence Friends and Win Others ya, that's a very popular book on influencing. That's the whole book is about. How do you make people feel important? Kayak people of their names, people know if you actually acknowledge them. Kayak mereka ngomong terus you take a note atau kayak it's very interesting kayak gitu kan. They feel important kayak gitu. Secondly is have objective but not expectation so you can have fun. So to me ya, I always come to a meeting with an objective. Misalnya, I wanna know more about orang ini. Biasanya kalau dalam setting kerjaan, investmentnya apa. Jadi I have that objective in mind. Tapi I don't have any expectation that objective should be fulfilled. When you start having expectation, you start giving yourself a performance score. Kayak lagi meeting, kayak aduh salah nih, tadi mesti gue nggak bilang gini. Aduh kayaknya harus gini deh, harus gini. You don't enjoy the meeting at all. Don't have an expectation, but have an intention gitu. Third is generosity is the most valuable currency. Always give. This is something yang benar-benar underestimated everywhere. Menurut gue ya. When people say always give, don't take, it is really, really true. That's the best salesperson is to give your time, to give your attention. Karena kalau misalnya you just ask in the first meeting, orang tuh bakal berasa ini orang apaan sih, baru ketemu aja udah langsung minta apa-apa sama gue, gimana udah kenal gitu. Fourthly, talk less about yourself. Ini juga yang orang-orang nggak sadar. Kadang-kadang dipikirnya meeting pertama, wah gue harus share nih tentang diri gue gitu kan, sebagus-bagusnya. Actually, it's the other way around. When you start talking less about yourself, when you start to listen, you will come across as curious, respectful, humble, dan sebagainya. Tapi intinya, gimana juga nih kita masih bisa showcase diri kita dengan tetap kelihatan sangat-sangat humble dan positif. The tactics is simple. Nomor satu, be very prepared and punctual. Kenapa? Karena when you are prepared, misalnya lo tahu dia pernah kerja di mana sebelumnya gitu kan, and it's very important ya, kalau gue ke event, gue actually check attendee-nya tuh siapa. This is a very good tips dari my boss waktu itu. Check attendee-nya siapa. Kalau bisa kontak aja gitu. Kontak aja sebelumnya, hey you will be in this event right? Can we catch up gitu. Tapi sebelumnya juga udah prepare, tahu journey-nya dia lah setidaknya apa gitu. Dan yang kedua tuh, kalau ketemu one-on-one, be punctual. Kenapa? Karena as I mentioned, make people feel important. If you don't appreciate their time, how you could look like you're appreciating people gitu loh. So I think that's before the meeting. To me, those two is very critical. Apa aja sih yang biasanya lo prepare? Ya, maksudnya tanya-tanya aja gitu. Kayak kalau ada teman yang kenal juga tanya aja, orangnya gimana sih gitu. Especially kalau you want to network with people yang so much more senior than you kan. They will expect gitu. Orang-orang tuh tahu kredibilitas mereka apa, kredensial mereka apa gitu. I think during the meeting ini yang important. You should have a strong start. Pertama harus say thank you dulu buat meetingnya karena as I mentioned, you need to respect them gitu. Dan yang kedua adalah to find top of mind questions. Top of mind questions tuh maksudnya gini. To me, mau dia managing director kayak, mau dia office boy kayak, they are all humans. So everyone has something that they care about. Semua orang tuh punya itu. That's the most commonality ya for me. Try to find that. Dan mungkin nggak bisa di personal lah ya, nggak enak lah ya nanya personal, tapi profesional pasti bisa tanya kayak gitu. Itu juga ada permasalahan nih, masalahnya gimana nih kita mau kelihatan humble, tapi at the same time kita juga pingin dong share our opinion, kalau nggak how do you make a memorable impression gitu. gue selalu pakai framework ini ya. Jadi pertama itu memang selalu tanya, yang kedua adalah listen. Zaman sekarang milenial itu they don't talk to each other, they talk at each other. Kalau gue ngomong sama orang, I always typically take very long silence buat dengerin orang ini gitu. Setelah dia selesai ngomong, baru I acknowledge. Oh, that's very interesting. Lu mention point ini ya, itu menurut gue bener banget gitu. Harus ada affirmation. People like to be affirm gitu loh dengan poin dia. Jadi yang terakhir adalah how to frame it. Ini frame yang lumayan interesting ya. It's an art. It's no longer a science. Frame means you should think about how to relate it to yourself or to your intention. Jadi contohnya gini. Misalnya lu meeting sama yang tadi ya, senior managing director. And then lu tanya, oh that's very interesting, you manage misalnya 100 people. What is the biggest challenge misalnya to manage these people? Tanya kan, dia jawab dong nanti. Bla bla bla, dia bilang one of it is hiring misalnya. Terus itu mungkin cuma passing comment, but you can always take it, oh interesting, banyak banget sih yang bilang hiring tuh susah, tapi lu bisa lebih dalam lagi kan, kayak hiring di bagian apanya yang bikin susah gitu. So you go deep dive, sampai akhirnya you come to a point when you say, oh, interesting, if you want to hire misalnya people yang at my age, just let me know. I probably have some friends yang memang in their areas gitu, will be very happy to connect yang sesuai dengan your credibility and your. Jadi you don't argue, you don't try to sound smart, you just ask questions, and there will be conversations gitu. I think ini yang banyak orang nggak lakuin sih. They think that gue punya opini nih, gue pengen ngomong gitu. They look impressive. They're not sebenarnya. Kalau orang yang jauh lebih senior, mereka akan mikir, nih orang so tau banget gitu. Padahal experience-nya juga apa gitu kan. So I think lastly, I just want to say that you need to end with staying in touch is very important. No matter how bad your meeting is. Yeah, thank you so much for sharing. I think it's great to hear your journey gitu. Kayak I learned about A, B, C, and please keep in touch gitu. And just offer specific help as I told you. Ini yang mungkin orang agak bingung juga. Tadi Kevin nanya, what is the difference between friends sama networking? Ini my take ya, ini bisa salah, bisa benar. Tapi in networking, there is always a lot of giving. Of course, in friendship juga, tapi giving-nya nggak perlu yang kayak, maksudnya ya udah casual aja. Ini tuh kayak lumayan intentional gitu. Specific help yang lu mau bawa ke orang ini apa? Dan kadang-kadang lu mikir gitu, ya udah gue masih junior gitu, kayak how can I help? It's actually a wrong way of thinking ya. In my point of view, let's say we are as millennials, we know best how people think, millennials think. We know best what is trendy in the market. People yang penting you know what is their top of mind questions. Kalau kalian tahu top of mind questions ya, you can figure out kok how to actually make the conversation tuh lebih fruitful. Kayak pertama, what is the typical questions to find commonality and interest atau top of mind-nya dari orang tersebut. So to me, this is my go-to question ya. To me, the key is to ask safe but not superficial probing questions. Gue tuh paling sering nanya, where do you stay, how is your commute? Karena I want to imagine what is their day like, right? Is it always a very busy day? Apa ada not crunch time buat mereka? How is it like sih to live their lives? It is a lot of about empathy sih ke orang lain. Dan terus yang kedua juga gue biasanya nanya challenge. Yang tadi gue udah cerita ya. Challenge is something yang orang tuh dengan happy kok share gitu. Because a burden tuh usually it's easier to be shared, right? I also ask, do you work long hours? Dan yang paling important kalau lu dikenalin sama orang, how do you know a certain mutual friend? It will open up so many conversation because it's familiar to them, right? So if you look at all this question, it's something familiar to them. It's safe, it cannot be wrong. It's also not trivial to ask kan kayak hari ini cuacanya mendung ya gitu. Oke, kedua, how to avoid awkward silence. Awkward silence tuh inevitable. If you are meeting with your friends, pasti kadang juga ada momen dimana lo bingung gak sih kayak gue mau bahas apa lagi gitu. So the key is not to be nervous about it. And you will need to understand, okay, accept it aja gitu. Awkward silence, accept aja gitu. I usually just drink something, and then in my mind, I actually think about apa lagi yang kira-kira orang ini tertarik gitu. Actually, a lot of first conversation is about understanding people. Dan setelah maybe 10 meetings, misalnya ya, atau 5, you will realize oh orang ini nih kayaknya dia pasti kayak gini deh, kayaknya dia pasti suka ngomongin ini gitu, kayak sesuatu yang kalau dia ngomongin terus tentang non-profit, wah ini orangnya sosial banget. Kalau gue ngomongin sesuatu tentang education, dia pasti suka. Terakhir, how do we know the meetings are success? Number one, if you enjoy it. If you don't enjoy it, lu tegang, you will screw up sih, most of the time. Number two, if you learn about their problems and you are able to offer specific help. Itu menurut gue, that's probably the best. Dan help-nya itu sesuatu yang bikin mereka excited, gitu kan. Tiga, if they start asking question about you. Nah ini gue berasa banget, if you are within 10-15 minutes, 20 minutes, terus orangnya udah mulai nanya tentang kalian. Oh ya, tell me more about yourself, tell me about what you do. Nah itu I just share gitu. Tapi sebelumnya gue nggak akan langsung, oh this is what I do, keren banget loh, bla 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 gitu. I think lastly guys, within the first meeting is only the beginning of so many series of conversations, right? They will not introduce you to a job. For example, if it's only one meeting, it could be like second meeting or something. The fourth point is please understand that after one meeting, you need to do a series 2-to-end meeting and build long-term relationship. Tapi problemnya dari kita semua adalah kita biasanya itu nggak sabar. If you think about a very long-term view ya, and that's what I learned in my job of investing, you think about next 10 years, next 20 years, we live in the next 40-60 years. How many people yang kalian kira bakal kalian temuin dalam hidup kalian? Banyak banget gitu loh. Jadi jangan pernah ngerasa this is kayak ya udah buru-buru aja gitu. Please be patient about this. Number one, regularity is key. Kenapa? Karena if you ask the top salesperson ya, kadang-kadang orang tuh beli dari mereka bukan karena barangnya bagus, bukan karena servisnya juga, tapi karena paling sering datengin tokonya mungkin. Regularity is very key. People remember you. Tapi you don't want to be remembered for being intrusive gitu loh. And as I mentioned, once you become a regular sama mereka, you can refresh your network map gitu kan. Mungkin yang kedua adalah please pace yourself gitu. As I told you, I've done many mistakes that I rush into something. I want to get what I want. I have an expectation of a meeting. Jadinya tuh orang gak comfortable untuk open up. Terus another point is people, we of course want to have memorable impression. Tapi in fact, you do not have to fit with everyone gitu loh. Dunia tuh besar, orang tuh banyak gitu. Good people will always help good people. Jadi don't worry about it. Find orang yang benar-benar fit sama kalian juga nyaman ngobrol pertamanya ya gitu. And lastly, I think trust and reputation tuh everything. Jadi never burn your bridges sama mereka. Lastly is I think the tactics ya. Regularity important, but please don't send intrusive updates to people, sharing like, hey, this is my life updates, right? Every quarterly, please don't do that. And if you want to have a meeting, next meeting, please communicate your agenda juga kalau bisa beforehand. Hey, I want to discuss this, right? You have time. It doesn't have to be formal, gitu. And you will realize after the number n of meetings, then you can start to freely ask, right? But before that, please try to give a lot to people. I think it will matter.